What a night we had last night here in Michigan. I'd never thought I'd have to communicate severe winds along a snow squall line, almost like a summertime storm squall line, but no, it was actually snow. We had multiple reports up and over severe limits last night across West Michigan, especially. We had 74-mile-per-hour wind gusts at South Haven. We had 60s from about Saugatuck to, I believe, Benton Harbor. So all along the West Michigan Lakeshore, 50 to 60 plus mile-an-hour winds with a few over 60, and then the one over there in South Haven at 74 miles per hour. So quite an interesting night there. I didn't expect that at all in terms of the intensity. We expected more so 50 or so, but overall, it's been a pretty interesting last evening we had to cover. But we are moving on now. The story has now shifted to the lake effect snow, the wind, and the cold temperatures that are going to be around here for a few days. Let's go ahead and dive into things. First and foremost, just want to pick up here on the snowfall analysis. This is what's currently fell in the past 24 hours, pretty much in line with our forecast, with exception for a few areas. We highlighted that thumb region here for a 2 to 4 zone, and for the most part, you guys all fit into that category. But there are some reports up here in the thumb and also the Tri-Cities of 4, 5, 6 inches of snow. So just a slight overachievement there. But overall, the forecast we put out with our thumb area being highlighted with the Tri-Cities of a little bit higher amounts verified very nicely. Back over here, I think all the forecast area is verifying quite nicely so far. Lake effect band here between Holland and Kalamazoo, I was forecasted nicely. Berrien County, 1 inch so far, according to this. It's going to vary. Basically, this is just a computer. Basically just showing you where these reports have fallen, and also where the computer says it's going to be falling as well. Further north there, we had that pinpointed area really well, nicely highlighted. Up here in the UP, we had 6 to 12, I believe, or 8 to 12, or perhaps a little bit higher amounts up there. That's all verifying nicely. The eastern UP over here by Sault Ste. Marie, a little bit on the lesser side of things, but overall, the forecast is pretty much on track with exception to a few minor variants here. But overall, I think it's a pretty good forecast we put out for the system as snow continues through the day. Speaking of snow continuing, going to the future forecasted radar here, these snow bands will continue throughout the day today. Moving into tonight, we're going to see that taper off for the lower Michigan part, southwest lower here by the time we get overnight tonight into Thursday morning. But lake effect snow will continue briefly for the UP. Then it kind of just, I'm not going to say dies off, but it kind of weakens through the day on Friday as we get towards Saturday morning as well for the UP. So overall, the heaviest of snow will be occurring right now through the evening. It should taper off and begin weakening by the time tonight into tomorrow, Friday morning, rolls around. With that being said, additional accumulation is expected. We have a forecast ready to go out. We're going to wait to post that until it goes to the members first, and we're going to post it publicly. It'll be up on our Facebook page here in a little bit, but I will show you guys the model for the additional accumulation if I can find it. My brain's not working this morning. It was a late night for us here. Let's go winter. Let's go Kushera. There we go. That's what we're going to look for here. So through the next couple of hours here today, we're going to notice a few things here. The UP continues its accumulation. And then we have a band of heavier snow here from western Allegan, western Van Buren into Cass County of about 4 to 8 inches or so additional accumulation. So we're going to highlight that area as well for additional 3 to 6, perhaps higher amounts there. Again, this model's 3 hours old, so we're seeing a few of these totals just kind of come back a little bit of additional snowfall. But overall, lake effect belts will continue. You get right around 2 to 6 inches, depending on where you're at there, of additional snowfall. Further east, you guys, unfortunately, your snow came yesterday. That was expected. Not going to see too much over there. Maybe a passing snow shower. If that does happen, please slow down the roads. We've had a lot of accidents this morning as it is. But overall, additional snowfall through Friday morning continues to be highlighted here by the model. Everything is on track there. Now, I think we can kind of switch our focus here to the long term, and that is just because I think this event is winding down here. Of course, it's impactful for those being affected, but we need to look ahead as well. We haven't done a forecast update for the future in quite some time. Let's go ahead and start on this video. The European meteograms showing temperature out of the Grand Rapids area. We're going to see a slight warm up here into the weekend, 43, 44, perhaps upper 40s across portions of Michigan. It's going to last 2, maybe 3 days there before it drops back off into the 30th, 26th there for next Thursday. Potentially some more precipitation on the horizon too, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all evolves, because I think we're trending a little bit warmer than we originally thought in terms of our temperatures. And when I mean more warm, I'm talking like a 5-10 degree difference here. I'm not talking like drastic changes, but it's enough to, in the wintertime at least, it's enough to change rain to snow or snow to rain. So we need to keep an eye on this pattern here. The European ensembles do say we're going to be a little bit warmer here to end the week. And also, if we look ahead to next weekend, we're talking like mid-December, we're looking at 40 stats here on the model here as well. We'll see if that continues to trend. Overall, we're going to be cold next 2 days, warm up into the weekend, and then back down for the midweek next week. Looking at the future on the GFS model, the GFS has been pretty good at pinpointing systems in advance, but the exact details like rain, snow, amounts, areas all needs to be fine-tuned closer. So just use this as like a pattern tool to kind of identify the pattern. The active pattern continues here with our lake effect snow being shown currently on the GFS. We're going to move this ahead through Thursday, through Friday, and then here we go into the weekend. We have a passing, very quick hitting, not really a clipper system, but a very weak, perhaps subtle passing of some snow showers in northern Michigan. That looks to move through Saturday evening. Past that, though, we're going to go into the weekend here. We're going to warm up a little bit. Then a system comes up from the south that right now is being shown as rain here as early as Sunday night into Monday morning. So perhaps some rain on the horizon for us here. And then past that system, we don't really see much in the way of a lake effect response according to the GFS model. So perhaps no lake effect snow there. But again, watching a few other systems there. Another one passing here Tuesday to our south. Could be rain, could be snow there, depending on how that plays out. And then going into the weekend here, or midweek next week, we're looking at a few passing systems and perhaps some snowfall there for you guys. Nothing major. Then we move toward that mid-month time frame, and then we start getting these bigger systems kind of displaying. Another clipper system moves through. That could dump a couple inches of snow, but then another big one to watch around the mid-month time frame comes up from the south. We're going to keep an eye on this one. The model's been pretty consistent, showing a bigger system, and this could be our first big synoptic snowfall if we're cold enough, but it very also well could be just rain for us here if we are continuing to be warm into the mid-December time frame. So we're going to watch that very closely. Ensembles agree there's a big system coming for the United States in general around that mid-month time frame. It's exactly what's going to mean for us here in Michigan, I think, is still yet to be known. So we're going to stay tuned to that. Active pattern continues, but right now the next big system doesn't look to take shape until mid-December. Everything between now and then will just be kind of like subtle passing rain or perhaps light snow with light accumulations across the state. So not too much of anything significant on the horizon that we're seeing, but again, mid-month, keep an eye on that. All right, with that being said, appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to our sponsor of the video, Cat's Roofing and Siding. They are based out of the Lansing as well as Battle Creek metro areas. They do cover a large portion of South Central Michigan for roofing, siding, window, and gutter needs. Give them a call, 517-485-9886. The number is on your screen up there at the top. Thank you, as always, to Cats for sponsoring our YouTube videos and YouTube streams here on Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube. With that being said, I'll catch you guys probably more so Friday or Saturday for another update video. I'll give it a day or two to cool down. We've been pretty active here, so we'll give you guys a break tomorrow if we can, actually. Hopefully we can give you guys a break. Nothing new to talk about, but we'll be back. Wow, I can't talk. We'll be back on here for the weekend for your forecast update for the next upcoming week. Stay safe, guys. Travel safe if you're out there on the roads.